Hello and welcome everyone to SFDC Panther. This is Amit, and in this video we are going to talk how we can set up entitlement and milestone inside our Salesforce environment. So entitlement and milestone concept is very useful whenever we are working with Service Console. We are providing services to our customers and we wanted to ensure that our sales representatives resolve a case based on a certain time period. That's why we are implementing this entitlement and milestone process to improve, or we can say that to define our service level agreement with the customer by saying that this case will be resolved in either 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours, or 1 day, whatever our SLA is based on our product, the product that we are selling, or the product that we are providing the services to our customers. So let's quickly start by enabling the entitlement settings, and then we will move forwards one by one. So to enable the entitlement setting, in the quick search box you just need to type entitlement and you will see there will be a quick link for enabling an entitlement setting. You just need to click on that link and check this checkbox, save the settings. As soon as you will enable these settings, you will get few objects will be available to your Salesforce environment like entitlement milestone itself, and you will also see that there are multiple settings that are available for us. We might wanted to take a look. We can also do that. As of now we will skip this part. And after enabling this entitlement, first thing is that we need to create the milestones. So what are the milestones? Milestones are nothing. These are we can say that these are the step by step process, or we can say these are the step by step solution to close a particular case or to resolve a particular query of our customer. For example, once a case arrives into our Salesforce environment, we wanted to ensure that our sales representatives is responding to the customer within 60 minutes based on the priority. If the priority is high, 60 minutes is the first response time, and we wanted to close that case within 24 hours. Based on that, if the priority is medium, we wanted our first response type must be sent to the customer within 120 minutes or 2 hours. So that's why we need to define some milestone inside our Salesforce environment. So to define the milestone, just quickly type milestone in the quick search box and click on this milestone quick link inside under entitlement management. You can see that there is nothing, there are no milestones for us as of now. Click on new and we just need to create. So what we will say that we will name first response time as a first milestone. And what will be the recurrence type? There are three recurrence type. One is no recurrence. That means once that milestone is completed, that milestone is not going to come again for that record. So that is a no recurrence. And first response time is always going to of type no recurrence, because once we send the response to the customer, we again no need to send the response to the customer for this milestone. There might be some other milestone where we will be sending the response to the customers, but for this milestone there is no need. And then we do have independent means those are not dependent on any other milestones or any other criterias. And then we have sequentials are nothing, the milestones which are repeatedly coming into the same record, like waiting on customers, waiting on internal team, or customer connection made. So these are few examples of some sequential recurrence type for the milestone. So this will be no recurrence, and then we will be creating one more. We will say resolution time. This will also be no recurrence. Why we say that no recurrence? Because resolution time is the time we wanted to resolve that particular query of the customer. And then we will also create some saying that waiting on customer, and this will be sequential. Why it will be sequential? Because there might be possibility that we send some response to the customer, we are waiting for the customer, then we set the status waiting on customer, and then again customer responded back to us, we again send the response to the customer, and we again waiting for the customer response. That's why we are making is at sequential. And then we again have waiting for internal team. You can say that waiting on internal team is like a sales representative is sales representative had connected with the internal team for resolving a particular query for a customer that sales representative is not aware of. That's why now we have got four milestones for our entitlement. Next thing is that we need to create an entitlement process inside our Salesforce environment. So let's quickly create that as well. So we just need to type entitlement. Under entitlement management, we will see entitlement process. So this entitlement process is going to play a key role in for our case management. We can say whenever a case is coming, we have an entitlement object record associated with this entitlement process, and as soon as we will associate our case to the entitlement, we will see that we will see based on the criteria, whatever the criteria we are going to define here inside our entitlement, that particular milestone is going to be active on case record and the timer will start running. So we will see that in a few minutes as well. So we are going to create an entitlement process on case object. We can also create on a work order object. We have not enabled field service lighting, that's why we are not getting that. So we just need to click on next, and we need to give the name here. So I'm going to say that case support process. Provide a valid description as well. Make sure that you don't activate while creating your entitlement process. We will activate after that. And then we have got case enters the process, case exists the process. So which process we are talking about? The process that we are actually creating here, entitlement process. And case enters into the process, that means whenever our milestone will get affected, or we can say that whenever our milestone will get take place inside a particular case record. So we have two options here: either there is a custom date time field that we wanted to, or we wanted to say whenever a case is created, just apply that entitlement process. That's what we do most of the time. That is what we are going to leave as it is. And then we have another option for selecting the business hours. Definitely every company have their own business hours whenever their representatives are working. So we are just going to select the business hours here. By default we will be having a default business hours, so we'll be selecting that. You might wanted to choose a different one. You can go ahead to the business hours from the quick search box and create a new one for your use. You just need to go to the business hours, and then you will be able to create business hours based on your need. Like you wanted to create Monday to Friday 9 to 6 a.m. IST, or based on the different time zone you can create as well. And then after creating, you will see here that we have got this option. Under that entitlement process itself, there is a new related list that is for milestones, the milestones that we have just created. So click on new here, and we are going to define two or three milestones for this process. So which milestone we wanted to associate with this milestone? So we will see the list of all the milestones that we just created in the very second step. So I'm going to select first response time. There is an option, the amount of time in which the milestone must be completed. So I wanted that whenever, I'm just going to give here 5 minutes just for testing purpose. So what I want is whenever a case status is high, case priority is high, I wanted this response should be sent to the customer within 5 minutes. And when our start time is entitlement process, then we also have milestone criteria, but we are going to select entitlement process itself. So whatever the criteria that we have given in the entitlement process, that will apply here. And then again we need to select the business hours. Business hours are like the same business hour that we have selected. Provide the order as 1, and I'm going to select here case priority. It should be high for me. Here it is. So I'm going to say case priority equals high. So if the priority is high, I wanted my sales representatives to send the response to the customer within a 5 minutes. If they are not sending any response, we will see. If they are not sending, there are also some workflow actions that we can execute. So first let's create the milestones, and then we will talk about those actions. Then second, I wanted to have a resolution time. I just wanted to, so it should be the amount of time. So I'm going to say that 60 minutes. That means I wanted to resolve that case within 1 hour. It will always be default as a business hour that we wanted to give here. Order should be 2, and we will say, sorry, we will say case priority equals high. That means for the priority high we have got two milestones. One is first response time, and then we have another, that is resolution time. We might wanted to add additional. We can also add like waiting on customer, and we can say it should be maximum for 120 minute. But as it is a high, or we just no need to put any criteria related to priority, so we will quickly put that based on the customer case status. So let's quickly put as a 3 here. So we will say we have got case status equals, we don't have any status as of now, like working on customer or not. So let's say that if the status is working, that means we are waiting on customers, and then we wanted to activate our milestone which is of 120 minutes. So these are the three milestones that we have created under this entitlement process. You might have multiple entitlement process with the multiple milestones you can have. And then if you click on this any milestone here, you will see that under the milestone that we just created, we have got actions. These are the three actions. What should be the success action? Success action means our agent is meeting the criteria. Our agent is sending the response to the customer within a 5 minutes. In that case, what we wanted to do, either we wanted to fire an email to the customer representative saying that you have done a great job, or if there is any warning actions, like warning action means if you have 4 minutes passed, still you did not send any response to the customer, you wanted to add some email to your sales representatives, you wanted to update some case fields, or you wanted to accelerate the case to the superiors, you can do that as well. And then again into the violation actions, that means you have passed the 5 minutes and you did not send any response to the customer, you can have those violation actions as well. So these three actions are available across all the milestones, whatever the milestones that you have created for a particular entitlement process. So we have got three. So if you click here in any of those three actions, you will see here that we have got all those three actions, and what all actions are available here. So if we see here on the first, so these are nothing, these are the workflow actions. All four workflow actions we can apply here, whatever the actions that we can apply for a workflow rule, like we can create a new task, email alert, field update, or outbound message. So these are all four actions, and even we can add time triggers. Time triggers means like for the warning actions we can say 1 minute before the response time. That means 4 minutes has been passed, now we wanted to send some email to our customer, we can send that like new email alert, and then we can send an email. You can say that your milestone is approaching, and then you wanted to select some email template. I'm not going to create any, I'm just quickly selecting any, and then we can select the owner here. So we can say owner field, and it will be a case owner, and just quickly save this. So what we did is we quickly created an email alert and associated for the warning actions, and for the violation action we can also do that 1 minute after. So this is 1 minute after the resolution time, that means 5 minutes has already been passed and we are sending that email in the 6th minute. We can select that some workflow actions like or if you wanted to do some email field update, so we can say that update description. Even you wanted to send an email alert, you can also you can also send the email alert as well, that using the same process that what we did here. So I'm just putting here a simple description, that's it. So this is how you can quickly associate the actions with your milestone as well, related to your milestone process, that the process that you are configuring here. So let me quickly get back to the process again. So here now we have this milestone process, we did not activate it, so let's quickly edit this now, and then this time we are going to activate this process. And this is okay. Now you can see here we have got our entitlement process is active and everything is here, and you can see here the timeline is also, we are able to see all the timelines as well. Now next thing is that we need to provide some fields access to the profile, because once we enabled entitlement, we have got some additional field on the case object, account objects, and we can say that assets object as well. But for now we are going to provide the access. So I'm going to say that we are going to provide the profile level access to the case object for system admin profile, whatever the new fields that we have got, and then after we will do the next processing here. So let's quickly go to case. So these are the field level access that we are going to provide here. So let's edit this. You will see here, you'll notice that we have got here like entitlement name, we've got start date, end date, and then we have some additional time like milestone status, and then these are the new fields that we have got. So we are just going to enable all those fields, like let's quickly enable these as well. So these are not even related to our process, we are just going to enable this. Okay, business hours as well we can enable for the uh, case record as well, so that we can select the business hours as well. So now we have enabled this, we have enable the field label permission for the case object. Let's quickly go to the case and add the related list milestone, which is entitlements related to the case, so that we can see whatever all the milestones are activated, or whatever all the milestones has been associated with that case. So we just need to go to related list and then find case milestones, and then just quickly add that related list and save it. So you can also add those milestones inside our entitlements, basically inside your accounts and asset object as well. So if you see here, we might also get that is entitlement. No, we don't have. Okay. So next thing is that we need to create an entitlement record. As we were talking about in the very early stage of this video, is that we will get an object called entitlements, and this is the new object that we are getting after enabling the entitlement settings. So what we need to do is we just need to create a entitlement record. This record is basically we are going to associate with our case, and this record had multiple lookup fields, like we can select business hours, we must need to select entitlement process, that process that we just created. So let's quickly give me it, I'm going to say that case support process version 1. In future we wanted to change anything, and then we have type, like we wanted to provide phone support, we wanted to provide a web support, you can select as well. And as this is a picklist field, you can also add more picklist values as well. And you can see here there is a new field that is the required, that is account name. So here you might wanted to either select a valid account name, or you can create a dummy account name and associate with this account name field for to that account. And then just select suppose that I just wanted to provide this for 1 year, so I'm going to select from 25th of May to 2020 to 21, and select these two fields as well, that is business hours, we are going to select default, and we will select this case support process as well. So this is the entitlement process that we created here. So now what we will say here is we will quickly save this, and you can see here our entitlement process is active. And you also can see here under the related list of this entitlement record, we can see whatever the milestones that we have created for this entitlement process. So these are all the milestones coming from this entitlement process. And then if you wanted to create some cases, you wanted to create some contacts, you can create those as well here. So if we now let's quickly try to create some case here. So we will click on new here. Is from here itself we will say phone priority will be high here because we created the milestone for the high priority. And we can create anything like we can provide any values for these. There is no need. For the subject we'll just say here and even you see here there are few fields which are missing. What are the few fields that are missing? Those fields that we just provided the field level permission at the profile object. So what we will do, what I'll do is I'll create a action here and I will say milestone. It will be a two column here and then I will add all the fields related to entitlement here. So I'll say entitlement, and then there might be some field related to milestone, so we just need to drag and drop those fields as well. And then we will be having some fields like start stopped since, if there is any, when we have stopped, and there will be more. So we can see here what is that is timeline. So we can also see the timeline here, whatever the timeline for our case record is, what are all the milestones for which are active. Now you can see here that we have got all these fields that we just added here, and these are some read-only fields. Now we just need to click on save record. Okay, we are getting some error here, so we will quickly save this. Okay, so you can see here now we have created, we are getting that our milestone start time is saying that this is the start time of our milestone. Milestone status icon is nothing, stop distance is nothing, and then we are not getting the timelines here. Okay, we're not getting any timelines, even we are not getting any timer here as well. So what we need to do is we just need to edit our page layout, and after editing this page layout, go to the custom console components. Okay, this is not the one. We need to go to feed view, basically that is the one. So go to feed view here, and then what we need to do is we need to add our where is that milestone tracker that is hidden. So we are just going to add milestone tracker to the left column. So now we should be able to see the milestone tracker into our case record. So we save that. Let's quickly save this page layout as well. We can say most recently. Okay, here you can see here there is no active milestones. We are saying in the milestone, we are saying no active milestone. Why? We can quickly see here priority is medium, and for medium we have not provided any milestones. If we click on save this, this should activate a milestone for us. And you can see here this is activating a milestone and saying that there are 3 minutes remaining for this milestone to be completed. And we are also seeing that icon and everything is we are seeing here. And if you have noticed that we were getting 3 minutes instead of 5 minutes. Why it is happening as 3 minutes? So in the entitlement process, if we see here first resolution time, we try to edit this. Here what was the start time? We need to say here milestone criteria instead of milestone. So now we need to save this. So why it is saying that milestone criteria? Okay, we are getting this because we have activated, and after activation we cannot do that. So that is one thing that we need to keep in our mind, to make sure that we are selecting milestone criteria, so that this timer only starts whenever our milestone criteria meets the criteria that we are providing here, not the criteria whenever we are associating an entitlement with the case records. So that is the one thing that you need to keep in mind. And even if you wanted to see this into the lightning, you can quickly go, you can click on edit page, and we can add that tracker here as well into the lightning console application. So make sure that you are editing the console application instead of your sales application, you will not be able to see that. So we just need to find out milestones, and you will see there is a milestone here, and we just need to drag and drop to the appropriate location where we wanted to. And for this case record there is no milestone available, so we just need to activate. If it is prompting for us to activate, I'm going to assign as org default, and we will be creating a new case here as well. And this time we'll make sure that we are meeting all the milestone criterias that we have created there. So what we will do is, even what we are going to do is, basically we are going to clone this process. So I'm going to clone this will be basically a version 1. So I'll say here version 1, save this. Okay, I'm not sure it is going to let me change this or not, but I'm going to change it to milestone criteria, and yes, it is letting me change. Okay, so what we did is basically we changed that criteria to milestone criteria. So I'm going to change for all three that we have. Okay, and then is one more. Okay, it is automatically changing to milestone criteria. Cool. So now we are going to create one more entitlement record basically. So here let's quickly create one more entitlement object. Sorry, not object, we are going to create one more entitlement record here. So I'm going to clone this itself, because the only thing that we need to do is we need to change this version 1, and I'm also going to change it to version 2, so that we can differentiate between which is the latest one. So now let's quickly create this one more case here. So we are going to say status should be new, priority should be high, case origin anything, and we have this milestone. We are going to select version 2, and let's quickly save this. We have got this, but we are not able to see that milestone. What happened? We selected that. Okay, let's try to see if we have added that or not, or if there is any error while we were adding that milestone into our case layout. And if we open the same case that we just created here into the classic, we should be able to, you can see here, even you see here we are saying that it is overdue 53 seconds, and even I have got an after 1 minute I will we will see that there will be a field update if we have associated with that. Otherwise I have already got an email saying that your milestone is approaching. So here, did we add it? No. Okay, there might be a possibility that I have different record types on the page and page layouts, so that's why it was not showing for us earlier when we made the changes into the different case record, because there might be a possibility that that case was using a different page layout and this case record is using a different page layout. So now if you see here, we will be able to see that milestone is not coming here. Why? We were able to see that milestone there. The case number is 1027. So we just wanted to see here if you are able to see that tracker. We'll definitely able to see here. You can see there is 2 minutes remaining, and if we try to change it to working, that was the status. Let's see if there is any new milestone which is going to start right away after changing the status. And we can see here show more. Yep, there are 3 milestones here. You can see resolution time is also getting started as soon as we are creating a case, because we have given saying that our resolution time, our case must be resolved within a 1 hour. That's what that milestone is triggering. Then we have waiting on customer, that is saying that 2 hour, because we have just changed the status. And then we have got first response time, which is whenever we are creating a case, and if the priority is high, it is going to start ticking the clock. That's what we are getting all those. we are not able to see that tracker here on the lightning side. I must be missing something, but yeah, this is how you can implement your case milestone in milestone and entitlement process inside your Salesforce environment. So this is it for this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to put down into the comment section, and please do like, share and subscribe the channel. I will meet you into the next video. Thank you.